Hey, Nathan here, helping you become a better jungler. This video today is going to be based on a question from one of the members of my Discord server. If you don't actually know about my Discord server, I actually recently set it up about 2 days ago with the new season. If you're looking to climb in the ranked season 10, you want to join a community of junglers that are trying to climb and want to sort of push yourself and challenge yourself in the season 10, then would love to have you here. There is a link in the description below on how you can join the Discord server. But yeah, so let's jump into this here. So his question is, and this is a very common question, is so one of the things he struggles with is efficient jungle clearing. He's watched a few of his game reviews and noticed it. I think I can agree with his replays. I've actually looked over a bunch of his games in the past. I've done a bunch of reviews on his gameplay. He's Diamond 4. He likes Graves, but he also plays a bit of Eve. Anyway, I can help him with this. Basically, I'm doing things while camps are up and cannot decide when to commit to farming or look for vision control or objectives. So very much sort of a skill that you need to learn, like in terms of intuition as well. Like this is sort of just comes with jungle experience, but what I told him to do was send me some timestamps of specific games. I don't really like giving general advice over text for things that are very much I need to look at specific situations. So I got him to send me a bunch of games. So we're going to take a look at 4 games here. Certain points of each game. I'll link in the comments below timestamps to each of these if you want to look at specific situations for, let's say, Graves or Eve. But we're going to start right here with the Game 1, Graves at 5 minutes 50. He says, do I gank bot, do dragon / invade red, or full clear to top side? Alright, so I want to actually start at 4 minutes because this is your base, where you first base. So I always like to see, like, what is your mindset when you come out of base? What are you looking to do? What information do you have? So he comes out of base here and he's going to top side. We see Lee Sin mid. Dragons obviously spawning soon. It spawns at 5 minutes. Looks like we have bot Rift Scuttler up. I'm not sure actually if you have that vision because you have top Scuttle. So you actually must assume that bot Scuttle's gone. You're obviously going to come here and clear your Krugs, which I think is fine. So let's see what happens after this. You have red buff and your Lee Sin. Their enemy Lee Sin's actually chasing your Lux. And you actually decide to ditch your path of doing Krugs. And now you're going to go and help your Lux. So I think this is fine. You push out the Graves. Alright, and actually Cassidy shows up here as using TP. Alright, so what you want to be doing now is your Lux is very low health. Like, your Lux is useless right now. She has no mana. I mean, she's not exactly low health, but mage champions, their health is basically their mana. Like, that's just how, I mean, they can't use abilities, then they're just useless. So what you actually want to do here is hard push this lane out and let your Lux reset to get back on the map, and then you can start, like, say, pressuring dragon or looking to, like, gank bot or something like that. So you actually, so the huge mistake here is you let her just get stuck here. Like, there's no way you're going to be able to gank a Cassidy with, like, a no mana Lux with Graves, so that's no threat to, you don't want to freeze a wave right now. You really need to let your Lux reset. Alright, so now you go down bot side and you actually see Rift Scuttler up, and it looks like you're coming to gank this. So your question again was, do I gank? So we're coming close to it. It's 5 minutes 13 seconds. Do I gank bot? Do I dragon, invade red, or full clear to top side? All right, so your jungle is all up right now. Again, big mistake that you didn't let that Lux reset, but let's just go with this right now. You have a low health Bard right now. You against a Nautilus and Kai'Sa. Nautilus is very good early game. Like, he does a lot of damage. He has lots of CC. Your Wukong, I mean, he like has a longsword, corrupting pot, but he's 0-1. Your Bard has boots. Like, you don't really have much damage to kill these guys. And you're Graves. Like, Graves, unfortunately, just can't really work in these ganks. So the only way you can gank this right now is if they're committing. Like, the wave is, yes, in a good position, but there's still a big wave here. These guys are low health. I mean, Bard's low health. Like, you guys will, I mean, you can maybe do this, but like, you don't know where Lee Sin is. It's just hard. It's just like what I'm saying right now is I wouldn't gank this right now. So it looks like you actually, like, the way they're moving here, it looks like they actually see you. So instantly now you need to know, all right, there must be vision somewhere. So obviously you can't walk, you do have 2 control wards right now, and obviously you can't walk into here and Like ideally I want to ward this and figure out where the vision is, because right now you don't really have any control here. They have information advantage on where you are. So remember, Lee Sin knows where you are right now as well. So this is actually pretty risky, to be honest. Like, yes, you have like mid sort of pushed in, but you don't know where bot lane is. So they actually definitely could have contested you on this. I'm not sure why they did that. And you place your control ward there, which again is not where I want to be placing my control ward. As soon as they show back up on the wave, I want to control ward here. I want to deny their vision. And because again, you know that they pretty much saw you there. And it actually looks like, where did they ward? They've actually got a ward here. So this is how they see you. They actually got Dragon Ward as well. You probably don't know that. But, I mean, ideally your best ward here is here. But again, you don't know exactly where their ward is. Like, I would actually assume that it's in this brush, but that's not the case. So I would place a control ward here. I'm not sure if you'll see that. Maybe you won't see that. So they've actually just got you really in a bad position here in terms of warding. They've warded a lot. All right, so let's get back to your vision. So options right now is, I think your best option right now is literally to just farm. Cassinon's got a freeze right now. He is level 5. Okay, actually, so you actually come here. All right, this is good. This is fine from you. You do your Gromp. Yeah, what I'll do right now is I'll be clearing from bot to top, base reset, and then come down and start pressuring Dragon. And, I mean, you really want your Wukong to be level 6 before you can actually impact that lane, really. That's what I'll be doing. Just, there's nothing really fancy you need to do here. Just farm your Graves. All right, so this is where your question comes up. You see Lee Sin top. All right, so obviously there's the option to do Dragon, but unfortunately your bot lane doesn't have priority. So I think that doing Dragon here is actually really risky. Like, your bot lane, their bot lane is pretty, like, it's like, I mean, I think you maybe can do it. Like, Lux is back on the map. Cassidon's sort of frozen here. I think the better option here is to gank them, and then you can look to do Dragon. So this is actually looks like what you're going to do. And then look at this. This is when they're committing. So this is exactly your perfect gank. So I actually think what you do here is literally just spot on. I think you're fine here. Come gank. Kill the Kai'Sa, and you chunk out the Nautilus. Alright, so yeah, I agree with you. I think what you did here is fine. Based on the situation, Lee Sin was top. Alright, so then now I want to show you what you do after this, which is a really, really big throw. So, your Lux has just died. You go Cassidon. Cassidon is low HP, and your bot lane, I mean, they're like, sort of like, they don't exactly have priority. Like, the enemy's bot's going to be back pretty soon. Spawn timers are pretty low, and the big thing here is that Lee Sin hasn't appeared. Like, he did that gank top, and he's actually not around anymore. Like, he's been missing for an extended period of time after that gank. You need to assume that he's actually now going to go down here and do his red buff. So in terms of jungle tracking. So I think it's you just can't do Dragon here. Your Wukong's base in. Cassidon has priority mid. You don't know where Lee Sin is. Your Lux is dead out of base. And you're sort of forced to ban flash, and you lose Dragon. So this was actually the really, really big mistake of here. So I think what you did was fine, but the big thing there is that after that gank, you should have based. Come here, check all your topside camps. I don't think your red buff would be up in time. Get some maybe vision first. Get some control wards here to protect your Lux and Silas there. I mean, actually, really, you do want to save your control wards there, but then I'm basically just trying to say just wait for red buff to come up, then get that, and then you can start walking down here and pressure Dragon. So this is the first game. I will stop the recording here and open up the second game, and let's talk about the next one, which is game 2, the Evelyn. Okay, so this is the game 2 question he had. This is an Eve game of his. This is at 4-minute 30 mark. It's a pretty early game. His question is, do I help my teammates to get Rift Scuttler or full clear for level 6? So the fact that you're playing Eve, my initial response is, in general, you want to be getting level 6 as fast as possible. You're so useless without your stealth and your ult. So let's take a look at here. So again, coming out of base, the information you have right now is you do have a Lee Sin support, which is a bit odd, but again, you're versus Nautilus. So very scary champion in the early game stages. Especially, I mean, you're very weak here. Your Yas is pushing in. So I think, obviously what you did here, did you go red to Krugs and then based? I'm not sure what your jungle path is there. Anyway, let's take a look at the situation here. Alright, so your Lee Sin roams up. There's some fighting going on. Notice bot, they literally just went missing. So you're actually coming down here. Obviously, you're looking to go to Rift Scuttler, but you feel like you need to help your team. All right, so you need to be very careful walking into here. Their enemy bot lane is here. This is just map awareness. You're probably going to have to force the flash here. So you actually do your flash. All right, instant mindset right now. You need to absolutely get out right now. You need to ignore everything. Like, this is a super simple question. Get your blue, get your Gromp, get your wolves. You actually might even get threatened on your blue, because if I was Kha'Zix, I would know you haven't got it. And all you'll need to do is, you do have wards right now. I would place a defensive ward here. Concede Rift Scuttler. You can't get that either because their bot lane has priority. So right now, you should be going to your camps right now. You actually do go there, but you loop back around. So this is greedy. You need to concede Scuttle. You cannot fight here. You have a low Lee Sin health. Yas is dead. Wukong, I mean, can do something, but again, you're against a Nautilus, a full health Kha'Zix, and Vlad is still around. And he actually just kills your thing, so that you just can't fight like this. And you're going to die here. And the worst thing about this is that obviously you've wasted your flash, and now Kha'Zix knows that you haven't got your entire bot side, so he can now take this all from you. So super simple. Let's get focused on farming. Ignore your teammates there. There's literally nothing you can do, and you saw it. I mean, you just died. I mean, Eve is so weak early game. All right, let's go take a look at the game 3 situation now. Okay, so game 3 is another Graves game of his. He wants me to take a look at 14 minutes 12 seconds. So moving into the mid game, his question is, do I head to bot side to help my extended bot lane, or invade his red side? My camps are up. Let's take a look at it. All right, so noting right now, you have a 4k gold lead. You have 2 dragons. Awesome work. The big thing you need to note right now is actually start looking at his topside jungler. So in terms of tracking the jungler, always be thinking about tracking the jungler. Rek'Sai hasn't showed here right now for, let's take a look at how long. And you need to assume right now that he's taken his topside camps. So remember, it still hasn't shown. Rek'Sai must be topside. Rek'Sai must be topside. So I think going base out of here is a really good strategy. I mean, you have a lot of win conditions this game, but what I'd really want to be doing, especially since turret plates are going to be falling soon, you need to go and break bot lane. This is your absolute priority right now. To do that most efficiently, you need to do blue, your Gromp, your wolves, maybe skip your raptors based on how quickly Kate's pushing, and come here and get this tower ASAP. You have full vision right now. This is very free. Then you're going to want to switch the map, go and break this top side. Breaking towers with Caitlyn is so good. Caitlyn is the ultimate siege champion. You can just siege as many towers as you want, especially getting her ahead. So that's your actual mindset right now that you need to have. You actually come here and clear top to defend top. I think this is fine, but you really need to go bot side. Clear your blue. And okay, do you actually see Rek'Sai now? All right, so now you see Rek'Sai. I want you to match Rek'Sai as well. You're doing really well right now. You're going to scale into the late game really nicely. You're in a position where you don't have to do anything fancy. You can just farm, help your Kate push this in, defend bot, defend them off Rek'Sai, and you go top here. I would even ditch Rift Scuttler to go and help your Caitlyn get this tower. Like, Rek'Sai's here. You need to be there to help them right now. Huge mistake going top here. And you shouldn't invade his top side at all. Your question was, should you invade his red? He wasn't topside for ages. Where could he possibly be? You had vision of that as well. And you don't want to be ganking a Singed either. He has Rylays. He's going to be really annoying to kite you. And look at your team's literally your bot lane. They're struggling to get this right now. Imagine, you need to be here. Trading sides of the map is not what you want to be doing. You want to be using your Caitlyn to siege these towers, utilize her strength. And Bard has to force the flash there. I mean, they're probably going to defend this, but your whole mindset here is like, you should not be topside trading sides of the map right now. Your Karma's 5 and 2, like, she can handle, get that tower fine herself. You want to be sieging with Caitlyn. Caitlyn's your strength. You're sort of leaving her in the dumps right now. She's just sitting back. All right, so that is to answer your question there. Let's take a look at game number 4 now. Okay, so his game 4 question is at 4 minutes 20 seconds. Do I path towards top Krugs and full clear, or head to blue buff side? So I wanted to actually go back a bit further in this game, because there's actually a lot that leads up to that situation that will be really helpful for you. So you do red into your raptors. You actually don't fully clear your raptors. This is really bad. And you're looking to gank mid. I like this, the fact that this is pretty low. This is good map awareness from you. Obviously, you're looking at mid. Like, the thing about this is Pyke is already like one in this lane. He's going to back off, and like, you really don't have much to as great. Graves is not a level 2 gank champion at all, so you sort of want to be avoiding that. But Park gets a really good flash there. You actually sort of potentially misplay that. You didn't react quick enough, and unfortunately he does survive. You burnt your flash, but that's okay. Let's take a look at what you do now. Alright, so I really like this. You know that Warwick started he's red, so he's 100% topside right now. You're actually pinging it as well, tracking it for the team. Really good. And now you're going to take both his camps. There's no way Silas is in base, he can contest you. You have bot priority. This is really, really smart from you. I like it that you leave one. This is awesome. And now you come down here and you clear your Krugs. Alright, so we're getting close to the 4-minute mark now. This is where you make a bit of a mistake. So your bot lane does have priority right now. So you see Warwick come down here. But Warwick is very strong early game. You want to be avoiding him, especially the fact that you have no flash and no mana. I would be looking to take this base right now, go to, like, base in this brush, go to, actually, you might have to walk all the way around here. Actually, this is risky. You actually would need to literally walk all the way out here. Ping your Blitzcrank and stuff off. I mean, maybe you can get Rift Sculler, but I want you to base, come down here, and the fact that you'll get Rift Sculler will deny any fact of Warwick to take your bot side jungle camps because you have Rift Scuttler vision. So let's see what you do and how it ends badly for you. So now you come down here. You remember, you know Warwick's here. You're signaling to be careful, but you really need to like back off it because you don't want to fight this at all. You can't fight. It's a level. These guys win 3v3, especially with a Braum. Blitzcrank isn't good in these situations. Blitzcrank is really good when he's like far away, gripping them into the team. Like Braum wants to fight like this, and especially since Braum's level 3 right now. Ping them back off, and I want you to skip your camps right now, go top side, then clear back down, and then I want you to re-gank bot because they're fighting a lot, and like the wave will actually, since where the wave is right now, this will actually start to build up and push back, which will be really good for you in the next like 60 seconds, 90 seconds. And then Warwick comes down here. I mean, you leave it, which is really good. Just take Rift Scuttler, and I want you to base get topside. You have enough for Skirmisher's Saber after this. Actually, this is good. You got Rift Scuttler, and you actually look to go on Silas here. Like the wave's in a pretty bad position. You don't have flash. Instantly back off right now. You need to stop chasing this guy. You can't catch him. He's just going to be able to mess with you. Silas is actually pretty scary. He has lots of heals and stuff like that, and Graves is super weak. You don't have red buff anymore, and you actually die there. So really bad. You've lost so much momentum right here. You've all whole bot side jungle's up now. Warwick could even potentially steal that from you. Your entire like momentum for early game, that counter jungling you did is now basically out the window. Alright, so then you go, your question really here was, do you go topside? I really want you to go topside right now to get your Krugs. Really important. You need to get levels on that. Your Raptor camp you didn't fully clear. You need to get off the map as soon as possible because this is going to stuff up your jungle path. And you need to sort of concede your bot side. Like, I actually think you actually didn't see Warwick come in here, so it's fine. Like, you can come and clear this after. I want you to, because now you're going to sort of be forced to gank bot. And let's actually see what you do here. Blitzcrank actually is fighting. This is actually good for you. And you do gank bot, which is really good. And you, like, get Braum's flash and you kill Misfortune. But the fact is that you're being really inefficient here. And you're not doing what Graves needs to do. You need to farm. You need to sort of avoid Warwick because Warwick will beat you. Bruiser melee champions like Warwick struggle with in the early game. Alright, really need you to stop hitting plates here. This is super greedy right now. You don't know where Warwick is. Misfortune's going to be back on the map right now. You need to be clearing your Klugs. You need to be efficient. This is super greedy from you. Even though you killed the Braum, this is not worth it at all. You're just not farming at all. I like that you're pushing this inbound, but here comes the Warwick that's been missing for ages, and you die here. Which again, still haven't cleared your jungle right now. You should be about 30 to about 35, 40 CS right now. Approaching like level, like you're probably about 5, almost getting close to level 6. I mean, actually probably like 10% into level 5. So really big mistake there. Mostly the turret plates, and I like going bot there is fine, but really want you to clear Krugs. It's really important. Even though it got nerfed in the preseason patch, still need to get levels on that and get the experience and gold. So that wraps up the question and the timestamps that he sent me for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.